5 in the morning. I was going to see if I can go and take out a few drone shots. Look at that. Woo! The river is on this side. If I keep walking down this way, I think I'll be able to find a safe place to fly. I mean, couldn't really have asked for much better conditions. Yeah, there we go. That's the...
Hey, come here. You look like a music lover.
Excuse me, senor. It is not ole ole. No, it is only one ole. Like this.
Here we are, the ISTE conference. These are some of the people we're going to be meeting. They are the keynotes and featured speakers. Many people. That's incredible. ISTE Hello! Dimitri! Hi! Yeah. I'm here with Kelly Sain, who is the Director of Educational Technology at Boulder Valley. Mm-hmm. A leadership role with respect to education and technology, and she's doing a presentation here about agency. And so I wanted to ask her some stuff specifically about creativity from the teacher side.
I saw kids really engaged whenever they used technology, and I didn't have to ask them to work harder. They just did it. So it was kind of like that hook that you needed to get kids really excited. And so from there on, I knew that this was where I needed to be. So then I got my master's degree in educational technology and master's degree in computer science. So both of those pieces together, wanted to just really find out a way to be able to give student voice and choice as an option. If I'm a girl, maybe I'm not as good at coding, and I may not be as receptive to that idea because it's got a stereotype. So we really just get into that whole problem solving. What does it look like? And then the more experiences they have, they're like, oh, I didn't know that this was available for me. What we've seen is just that whole idea of the 4 C's, creating, communicating, collaborating, critical thinking. So as many of those opportunities that we can talk about, because there's multiple literacies that we need to talk about. It's not just a literacy as far as literature literacy. Because what I experienced as an elementary kid is very different than what our students need to experience now. So we have to grow and change, because at the rate of change that is happening right now, being comfortable with the idea of change is really important to our teachers. We have a district technology advisory council, so that is with students are a part of that. And then many times, like I didn't bring students here, but we always bring students to conferences, so they're the ones who are presenting, because it means so much more coming from them. Yeah. They will tell you some things, that they're going to be really honest about it. And so that's important for them to understand. You may think this is what I'm experiencing as a learner, but let me really tell you what it feels like to me. And those are important conversations to have with our students. We always have conversations with our students about like filtering or about our data privacy or how do we keep people safe. What is it that works within the system that we have, the devices that we have. And they're brutally honest at times, but it's fantastic because you need to talk with them. And, it's interesting, though, when you've got a K through 12 perspective of how to try and some really want it, tighter filters. Some want more open, and they're frustrated with the fact that things are not available to them and that they should be trusted. And so you've got all different perspectives as well as from perspectives from parents.
I want to thank you so much for your time, and thank you for meeting with me. It's been great.
Okay, great.
Yes, thank you. So it was really nice to see that Kelly's kind of like a fellow computer scientist, getting kids out of their comfort zone, getting them to think and focusing on problem solving. How you code isn't really the most important part. It's often what can you do with the code, right? Like what problems are you going to solve? What ideas do you have? It's about getting teachers out of their comfort zone too, and saying, yeah, I'm willing. So the attitude sometimes is the most important aspect. So many people here. Those familiar with the channel have seen me a few times with Dr. Steve McGriff, and this He stopped by today, and I'm so honored, to have this opportunity.
My clients are school districts or site leaders, principals as such. And what they asked for is, Steve, my teachers are trying to learn how to use educational technologies, and they're at the very entry point. What do you recommend? What kind of professional learning do you recommend? For districts that are just stepping into it, they're looking for the easy win solutions, how to first engage their teachers with the use of technology. So yes, then it's open-ended, and I try to narrow it down based upon what technologies are already available in the district, whether they've gone one-to-one, which devices have they used, are there any other kinds of mindset shifts that they're trying to work into their system? Did they bring in a makerspace? I need to switch over to a more interactive time with my students. Oh, and by the way, I can use this kind of interactive technology to get automated quick response time back in real time for my learners about how they're feeling or what they're doing. So I call it adaptive flexibility, and it's knowing what pedagogical strategies you want to introduce at that time. What are you trying to draw out? A feeling and an emotion? Do you want your students to demonstrate a skill? Do you want to listen to their speaking ability? Or are you challenging their listening ability? And all of those are part of our Common Core state standards.
Sometimes people say, well, maybe I've got all these displays, but I want to do a little bit more. I don't want to just be presenting, like all we use is PowerPoint, or all we do is the standard, sage on the stage type pedagogy. We got to stop doing that. We got to start doing something different. And so that's why I thought this was really, really interesting. And that's one of the reasons why I'm excited about the kind of software that we work on as well. So I'm really pleased to see that you just keep coming back and you keep connecting that way. This is one smart guy.
While I might hold a doctorate, I never really wanted one. I always wanted. I didn't until I realized that I would have access to teachers and be able to inspire them in teaching. That was the motivating factor. Otherwise, a doctorate is an awful lot of hard work.
It sure is.
Definitely. It was very clear that I had a heart and compassion for the practical side of teaching, not the research side.
Yeah.
I use the research to inform what I do and how I work with teachers, but I don't let it be the guiding principle in my life. It's always about what is the teacher doing in the classroom with their students that's most important.
Oh, amazing.
Good to see you.
You're awesome. Thank you. I'm going to go try to visit a couple of the booths along the way, just to see if there's any interesting technologies that you should be aware of. Oh, this is Campus LMS. Wow. Oh, the EdTech Startup Pavilion.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe. And if you'd like to be notified when new videos come out, click the bell.